Assalamualaikum and hello to my friends. Today we have Sonkey with us, a Mortal Kombat player from Dubai. Hello Sonkey, how are you?
Hello, MKRayden. I am good, thank you.
When did you start playing games and how long have you been playing Mortal Kombat specifically?
I don't remember the first time I ever played a video game, but one of the fondest memories I have was playing Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1. That is a memorable gaming moment for me. And when I started playing Mortal Kombat, it was when I was 3 years old. I have fond memories of all the major Mortal Kombat games: Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, Shaolin Monks, until MK11 and 1, also MK1.
How many Mortal Kombat tournaments have you participated in?
I participated in a lot of MK11 tournaments, mostly online, with a few offline local tournaments in Bahrain. I started competing because I met Aziz once in a MK11 set online, and I was playing Kano. And if you remember Kano, for most of the game he was low tier and until Ultimate. And I only played Kano from day one until the end of the game. And when we were playing, Aziz thought, wow, this Kano, he's different from the rest. This is a special Kano. So he thought, I gotta recruit this guy. He thought this and he talked to me. He told me, you have to join our Middle East group. And there I met a lot of our top MK11 players in the region. And this is the secret to becoming a better player. You have to always play players that are better than you so you can level up. And that's what happened every day. I played them and they helped me reach my Kano to a level where it can compete with the highest players in tournaments. So that's what happened. I started joining tournaments and I actually beat most of our top players at least once. Names including Hammu, Gerard, I beat him, Faisal Combat, Reaper, Aziz. It was very satisfying to beat these players because they are our top players and most of them were just using top tier characters. And then you just see a low tier Kano there in the tournament, only me using him. So if you see Kano, you know that's Sonkey.
Have you ever competed in any Mortal Kombat major or international tournament?
Unfortunately, I did not have the chance to join international tournaments. It was mostly Middle East tournaments. I don't know if you can count these as international tournaments, but we did have international events like the top Middle East players versus the top EU players. And I remember doing fairly well in these events. Even one of my best performances ever was in one of those events against Murok. If you know him, he was a top 2 scorpion in the world. So it was Murok against me, like me and nobody. I was not popular in the scene. And it was a very shocking set because I was the underdog and I pulled a huge upset against him. And I played really well. I sweat the hell off in that set. I actually saved that set. I still have that set.
Punishes the back
saved.
one.
And if I want to remember the good times in MK11, I still play that set and watch it and be impressed with my very sweaty gameplay that day.
As you all know, Kano is your main character. But since Kano is not in MK1, what's your main character?
Yes, Kano is not in MK1 as a main character, and I'm actually very satisfied with that decision. No hard feelings. I'm okay with it because I don't play that game anyway. I played it for 1 week. I played as Rico, I played as Reptile. I like these characters. So it's not because of Kano I'm not playing that game. There are much more things that made me not want to play that game. I think everybody knows the flaws of that game already, especially the first few months of that game.
Is there any group of Mortal Kombat of 4 or 5 players?
Yes, in my area in Bahrain, we have Aziz, we have Raybar, we have Tekken Master, obviously, and we have Tekken Legend. These 4 players are the top in Bahrain at the moment. Yes, and 5 Neo.
How do you feel about MK1 not being included in EVO 2025?
Yes, I will not be surprised if I see MK1 not in EVO World or EVO USA, the main EVO. I will not be surprised if I don't see it in 2025 because it's already confirmed to not be in EVO France in 2025. It's not going to be there. So it might not even make it to the EVO World. And honestly, it's a sad time to be an MK fan, seeing the state of MK1 and the players disappointed with that game. Have you seen the numbers? Have you seen the numbers of EVO 2024? It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing numbers.
I heard Tekken Master is not playing MK1 anymore and has moved to Tekken. So can we say MK1 divided the MK community?
Yes, MK1 has definitely divided the community. I was there during MK11, and I can tell you the amount of players, the amount of high-level players in the Middle East that were during MK11, man, the amount was stacked. Middle East, MK11 was stacked with too many high-level players. There was a lot of competition. Everybody wanted to play every day to get better. It was the peak of Middle East, I can tell you that. Now, most of them dropped the game because of MK1 and its flaws. We do have new MK1 players, MK1 high-level players, and they are good. They are very good. But if we had to compare with the numbers of the high-level players that were during MK11, it was much higher than it is now. So I don't blame Tekken Master for moving on to Tekken because that game is, first of all, actually enjoyable, and second and most importantly is it has money in it. And for a player like Tekken Master, of course he's going to compete for money. He's not gonna waste his time playing a game like MK1 that has no money in it. So it's better for him to invest his time in a game like Tekken. And see, you have these games like Street Fighter 6 or Tekken, they provide these world tours. Street Fighter has the Pro Tour and Tekken the World Tour. So there are reasons to compete in these games. There are running tournaments with money in them.
Who are Mortal Kombat top players currently in Middle East?
The top player in MK1 right now is definitely Faisal Combat. Definitely. For the longest time, it was Tekken Master. But that throne has been taken over by Faisal Combat. You can see that actually in YouTube. You can YouTube Final Combat. You can see the match between Faisal Combat and Tekken Master. That was the moment that Faisal proved himself that he is the best in the Middle East and potentially the best worldwide. So Faisal, he started in MK11 and I saw how much he improved. It was a really amazing progression, and he started playing with us, and to see him reach the level that he has reached right now worldwide with the best in the world, it's proud of that guy. I'm proud of that guy.
Which is the best NRS Mortal Kombat game and which is the best midway Mortal Kombat game in your opinion?
The best NRS Mortal Kombat game is MK9, in my opinion. It's the best. That game is a celebration of everything that we love about Mortal Kombat. The reason why we love Mortal Kombat, the classic characters, the classic stages, the classic music. It was everything that we love about MK in one game. It had the best roster, the best stages, and the gameplay was really, really fun. I'm a guy that only plays one character in most games, but in that game I mained half the roster or more because everybody was enjoyable to play. And that game didn't have variation, cameos, all that crap. It just had a character with a full, complete move list against another character with another complete move set. I would say Deception. MK Deception is the best MK game. In my opinion, it had the best story because of Conquest. This is, I think, the most requested mode, and I would like for the NRS to return that mode. It was a very fun mode, and the story was really fun. It was enjoyable, and it also had chess combat, it had puzzle combat, it had too many content, unlike MK1, which is missing content. It's amazing how a PS2 game has so much content, while a current gen game does not have that. It's fascinating.
Who's your favorite character in Mortal Kombat?
My favorite Mortal Kombat character is obviously Kano. I think I started to transform into a bit because of how much I like him. That character, that guy is just a normal guy with knives. That guy's a normal guy with knives, yet he outlived most of the Mortal Kombat characters. He finally died in MK11, which is 2019, and the first MK game was 1992. So it took 27 years to kill Kano. Yet there are characters like Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, and all these characters with superpowers that died earlier in the story, and that guy outlived them. Just a normal guy with knives. That shows how impressive Kano actually is with his survival skills. So I like that part about him. And his gameplay is so satisfying. He does this wrestling moves. He grabs you. He does an MK11. I love that lumbar check, that wrestling move that he does, and especially with the crushing blow, he sticks his boots with knives up in your back. So satisfying. And the way he treats you during the gameplay, like when he does the overhead, kicks your head like a dog, spits on you, all this characteristics and mannerism during the gameplay made me like the character a lot. The character has a lot of personality.
Which character do you think is the most versatile character in Mortal Kombat?
I think the most versatile character in Mortal Kombat is Liu Kang. I think he's the most versatile because he can be played defensively, zoning. His fireballs are very good, and yet at the same time he can be played as a rushdown character because his pressure is very good. Up close he's very good. So he can be played in multiple ways, and I think they made him like that on purpose because he's the champ. He's Earthrealm's champion.
Thanks, Sonkey. I appreciate it.
Thank you for this opportunity, MKRayden. I am really happy to be on your podcast. I've watched some of your episodes. They've been really enjoyable to watch. And I support the work that you are doing. I like the idea collecting the competitive players and giving them a platform to tell their inspiring and entertaining stories. So hopefully we get to see more Middle Eastern players on the podcast, MKRayden.
नेक्स्ट पॉडकास्ट में मिलते हैं एक नए गेमर के साथ, जानते एक नई कहानी। अपना ख्याल करें। अल्लाह हाफिज।